Alright guys, we're back. It's the 2020 Polaris Scrambler Xp1000S. Now, this is going to be a 50-mile update video. I know it's not much, but it's a good half a day in the sand pits, absolutely shredding. So before we get started, first and foremost, I really want to thank you guys for over 500 subscribers. Okay, that's awesome. It means a lot to me, so thank you very much for that. And actually, I got a whole new camera set up now. It's the GoPro Hero Black, the 8, so it's all 4K video moving forward. But yeah, let's get back to talking about the machine here. So I'll show you here on the odometer. 49.8 miles, okay? Call it 50. At the sand pits I was riding, there was everything from jumps, big hill climbs, like pretty much anything you would find in a sand pit. Straightaways, berms, everything. And I hit it all. So let's start with the jumps. This thing on jumps is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a heavy machine. We already know that from the previous video, but that does not stop this thing from being capable of hitting jumps and getting some really nice air. The landing, super plush. And that's obviously all thanks to the Walker suspension setup, the long travel suspension, and of course the suspension travel, which was around 14.5 inches, which is absolutely absurd. I mean, this thing on jumps, it doesn't, you could have a poor landing, it's still very plush, and you know, it's beautiful. Hill climbs were absolutely amazing. This thing has so much power, and the length and the wheelbase. I mean, I was going up some super serious hill climbs where, you know, even on my old TRX 450R, you know, I'd have to have the thing ripping wide open. You know, on this, it did it no problem. And I did it in both 2-wheel drive and in 4, and it did just fine in both. So this thing is an absolute hill climb beast. You can see I have plenty of sand in there from the sand pits, all in the wheel wells. I'm definitely gonna have to wash it, but it's been super cold here, guys, super cold. And snow, of course. We finally had some melt, so I was able to get out here to film this for you guys. But it is absolutely freezing today. It's about 17 degrees out. So as far as like the handling goes, we were actually riding the power lines, and my buddies were on side-by-side 1000s, the Yamahas, and they were absolutely shredding. You know, honestly, like anywhere from 50 to 70 miles an hour down the power lines at all times, just absolutely wide open. Now, honestly, before on my other 4-wheelers, I really could not go that fast. They did not handle nearly as well over bumps and different type of terrain. You know, side-by-sides, they're really wide, they're long. I mean, they're made to travel ground fast. And I couldn't do that before on any other quad. With this, I was right on their tail the whole time following. I mean, they were even impressed. They couldn't believe it. And I couldn't either. It's so smooth. It's absolutely insane. The handling is definitely one of the best parts about this machine, by far. So the power is just as you would expect out of a 1000. It's absolutely plenty. It goes really fast. You know, just in the sand pits, I didn't have any crazy straightaways, but I was able to hit almost 80 miles an hour, and that's with limited space. It still had plenty left to go. So I can't tell you exactly what the top speed is. You know, if I said something, I'd be lying, because I haven't topped it out yet, but I got up to almost 80, no problem. I beat those Yamaha 1000 side-by-sides, obviously, in the straight line race, no problem at all. But yeah, the power is awesome. I'm not upset with the power one bit. I haven't done any mods to it yet. No modifications, not a single thing, no exhaust, nothing. I know there's some people out there already putting exhausts on them and whatnot, and you know, they sound really good, but I'm not quite there yet. As we get closer to spring, I'm gonna be doing a lot more stuff to it, mods and all that. Let's see here. So actually tomorrow, I'm gonna be taking this thing back to the pits, and I'm gonna have people filming. So you guys are gonna be able to see this thing live in action in the pits tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing hill climbs, berms, jumping, drag races, all that tomorrow. I'll probably have the video up for Monday. Not a guarantee, but that's the most probable day that I'll have it up. As far as comfort on this thing goes, it is extremely comfortable. Extremely comfortable. The seat, really comfy. And just the positioning of the handlebars, I think with the 3-inch adjustable bar risers, you're not hunched over. It's very, very comfortable. I'm just sitting on it and ripping. So I really enjoyed that. I had no strain in my muscles really. Of course my legs, because when you're really ripping, you're standing up and using all your leg muscles. But yeah, the comfort on this thing is awesome. I mean, to be honest, I know 50 miles isn't that much, obviously. It's only about a half a day in the pits. You know, so far, no complaints. I guess if I really had to nitpick and really come up with something that I don't like about it, maybe I would tell you that it's the footwells here. I think maybe the cutouts in them could be a little larger, just to help sand and mud and all that kind of escape better. Because that's one thing I actually did notice. The sand and I mean, it's not bad now, it was worse before. The sand and mud kind of tends to just get all gunked up in there. Which really, I mean, that's no big deal at all. So, these Duro tires, awesome. They hook up really, really well. They're good in both trails and in the sand. The power steering was really, really smooth. I can't talk too much about it because I don't really... I mean, I was just in the sand pits. I wasn't doing anything like where power steering is technically really needed, if that makes sense. It was more just like sand pit riding, how I always do. But yeah, so far so good. I don't regret this purchase one bit, and I'm actually, every day I'm more and more happy that I went with this. I almost thought about getting an 850 or the regular 1000, and I know for a fact I would have regretted that 100%. You know, the difference in price isn't all that steep really, and for what you're getting, most people do to their machines anyway. I mean, let's be honest, you look on the forums, everyone's going with a square tire setup nowadays. Everyone's putting wheel spacers on their machine. Everyone's looking for more ground clearance. So I mean, this, you know, this is from factory with that, but better. I mean, everything's under warranty on it. I mean, you get what you pay for. Everyone knows that. The suspension is unbelievable. So yeah, no complaints yet. But I wanted to give you guys just a little something for an update, because I know it's been a while since my last video, almost a month now. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the support. You know, I really appreciate it. We're getting good views, good subscriber growth. So I can't thank you guys enough. But yeah, let me start it up for you guys. I know you heard it in the last video, but there's always going to be new viewers that want to hear it. So here we go. I'll just fire it up for you. I just saw my fuel gauge, it's a little low, so let's talk about that. Fuel consumption. Not the best, not the worst. It's probably about what you would expect out of a 1000cc ATV, especially with this one being a little heavier than others. I went in with a full tank. I rode for a good 3 or 4 hours, and you know, I'm low again. I'm down to 2 bars. So honestly, if I can get a whole half a day of absolutely going all out shredding on it, not bad at all. I think it was about 5 gallons it holds, so yeah, not bad. The exhaust for you guys. It sounds so good from factory, it really does. It's nice and mellow at idle and just putting around. When you get on it, you let the ponies rip, she opens up, it gets throaty, it sounds really good. I might even wait a little while before I throw an exhaust on it. We'll see. I say that now, of course. But, alright guys, yeah, tomorrow, sand pits, riding, jumping, racing, berms, hill climbs, everything is getting filmed. Everything. I'm going to have that video for you guys, so stay tuned. if you're new here, welcome to the channel. It's going to be a really good year of riding, exploring this machine, as well as a lot of other machines too that my buddies own. So be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something new, or if it just kind of, you know, gave you some general information on the machine that you were wondering about. Likes do help my channel a lot, like more than I can even tell you. So if you want updates and to see my future content, you know, be sure to subscribe. But with that being said, guys, it is absolutely freezing out here. My hands are numb. I'm gonna end it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks again so much for watching, and we'll see you in a few days with a sandpit riding video. Later, guys. Peace.